GeneratorPowerSource.com here for our initial setup video of the Generac iQ2000. Really excited to get this generator up and running. It's supposed to be one of the quietest portable inverter generators. Before we can run it, we got to do a quick setup. Only two parts: add oil and essentially add fuel, and you're good to go. No electric start on this, so it's a recoil start. So no battery setup. So we'll take you around to the backside and show you the panel now. Out of this generator. This is quite different than the other generators in that you don't even need a screwdriver to access the panel here. They have their own built-in nut here, and that reveals the back panel. And then we're going to need to add. We're going to go ahead and add oil. The oil tap is here. They all come from the factory without oil, but you might see some on the dipstick because they pre-test them before shipping them out. So we're going to be adding, I think it's 380 milliliters of oil to the unit. We've already measured out 200 milliliters, and then we'll add an additional, but here goes the first 200. Relatively self-explanatory. Just go ahead and add the oil there and let it flow in. We're running 10W30, that's what Generac provides. So with the unit comes it's actually a sleeve of oil, it's not a can, so it's actually pretty nice and handy. So again, 380 milliliters, we're gonna go ahead and fill this up now. So after the oil's in, we'll reinsert the dipstick and just cross-check to make sure we're good on oil. Always a good idea to check the oil in your generator before you run it, especially if it's been a while. So check that. As you can see there, almost maxed out with oil. So we'll go ahead and put this back in, put the panel back on as well. And as you can see, I mean, I'm doing this one-handed. It's a pretty easy setup with the Generac. I'll have to say this is probably one of the easiest setups that we've done. So just put the panel back on. Like I said, they provide the screw there for you, so super easy. Next up, we're going to add some fuel, and then we will be ready to crank this thing up. Go ahead and tighten that screw down. And next up, we'll add fuel. We'll add a little bit of fuel to the top. It's a threaded cap on top. Just get some in there to make sure this thing's going to fire up. So that should do it. Put the cap back on. And on the front is your switch, start, run, off, choke, etc. We have it right now on choke. We'll give it a couple pulls and see how she goes. Wow, one pull right out of the box. So we'll go back to run now. And this thing is really quiet. You can hear I'm right next to it, and it's just dead quiet. Make sure I got the gas tank open. Yep, it's good. All right, well, stay tuned. We're going to test this against all the other inverter generators you've seen lined up here and test the decibel rating and go over the overall features. This has been GeneratorPowerSource.com with the Generac iQ2000 inverter generator.